Hi, and welcome to a very wintry, snowy Ogwen Valley. Look at the boathouse there, and the lake is absolutely frozen solid. Amazing. All behind me there, winter wonderland. So yeah, I'm ice cold. Got about 10 layers on. So the plan is to well, to be honest, I've never seen this lake frozen before, believe it or not, in 10 years. The plan is to get a little shot of this. I'm not bothering with the waterfall here in Ogwen. I'm actually going to make my way down the pass and head towards Capel Currig, and I've found a little hidden gem down there. So I will show you that in a minute. I'm going to get on with taking a comp of this. I'll show you what I'm looking at. So I've come to quite a high elevation, overlooking the boathouse and the tree. Now, there's so many compositions from this boathouse. I do like the one I'm looking at now. That's really nice because we've got the separation between the boathouse and the background. You can see the lake in between. But you've got all this nice wintry foreground, and then the sky's looking quite cool, and I framed it with the trees either side, so that's what we're looking at there. Different exposures, obviously that's the one that the camera's saying to do, but I'm not listening to that. I'm underexposing a little bit, and then I can play around with some of the shadows and pull those highlights down in the background. So because there's a lot of white snow everywhere, it's going to play with the exposure. So I'll get on and take a couple of comps. I'm going to go quite tight on one and just have the boathouse and the tree. I have got a similar shot that I'll put on the screen now that I took a while ago. I'm really happy with that. It's just a whiteout scene. But because we've got some nice colour in the sky, I'm going to frame the boathouse and the tree just on its own. And then I'm going to try and do quite a wide one and include some of the branches on the right and the tree. And then I'll halve the tree. There's multitude of compositions, so I'll take about 3 or 4, and if I don't get frostbite, I'll put them on the screen now. Look at this for a little hidden gem. Just next to the road at Capel Curragh. You can park behind the climbing shop. There's a car park, and then just make your way around. And you got this amazing set of falls that do plummet down there about 50 foot, but there's no real view of them. So I'm going to just concentrate on these little areas with all the frozen water. That's going to make for a beautiful picture. The sun's just in the right position as well. And then we've got this area down here. All this here, these little frozen pools and cracks. So I'll get the long lens on for that. The 70 to 200, 2.8. And then we've got this scene here. So I'll probably crop the sky out. And then have that little drainage water over there coming in. And then this is just beautiful. Just one other thing that I will say. I'd just like to thank everybody for all the support this year. All the new subscribers massively helps the channel. Even just putting a little thumb up that I do at the end of each vlog is a massive help, and it does grow the channel. So really appreciate all the support, all the subscribers this year. Just I can't believe how fast I've gained subscribers over the last couple of months. So thank you so much. It is an effort to put these vlogs together. Costs a lot of fuel, and yeah, getting out in minus temperatures like today is hard, but it's worth it because I take great pride in the vlogs I'm making them, and I love the process, you know, the video footage and the editing. I love more than making them, really. So thank you so much, and a very, very Merry Christmas to everybody, whether you're celebrating it or not. So I've got a nice composition at the moment. I'm looking at that bit of ice there in the water. I've got the tripod actually on the ice, so I hope that doesn't go through. But I'm concentrating on that. I'm at 180 mil, and that is what I've got on the screen. So if you look at that now, that's without any polarization on it. And if I just turn the polarizer, then we start to see all those cracks, and it just looks beautiful. So I'm going to concentrate on that and just fine tune the composition a little bit, and then we're going to move on to something else I've seen. Bonus, as you saw on those images, I caught a little robin who's been stalking me for the last 10 minutes. Probably because I've been eating a sausage roll, but yeah. So you will see more wildlife on this channel. I know robins are quite common, are nothing to get excited about normally, but I have got a 200 to 500 super telephoto. 5.6 VR lens, Nikon. I've just bought it, brand new, because I am doing more wildlife. So you will start to see some wildlife being integrated into the channel. It's probably not going to be a full-on wildlife channel. It will stay as a landscape channel, but it will just integrate little bits of animals into it. If I go Scotland, obviously in February, to Torridon, hopefully Highland cows, stags, red deer, or roe deer rather, eagles, but you know, whatever. So that's the plan. I have bought a hide as well, so we'll be setting up shop in a private piece of land that I've been allowed to go on, and there's a few buzzards and hawks and stuff like that there, so that should be interesting in future vlogs, maybe after Christmas, New Year. Just to top it off, it's snowing. What an awesome day, I've just got to say. Awesome. Let's get to the next location. Hi, so I thought I would come and finish the video off at this magical lone tree that I shot a couple of videos ago. As you can see, just flip you. I did say a couple of weeks ago that I wanted snow on the mountains, and well, there you have it. So that's the view I'm looking at from the camera. I'm on about 30mm, 32mm, and then I've done a wider shot as well. I've done about 3 different compositions at varying focal lengths. So I've got the snow scattered on the mountain behind. I've got the frozen lake, everything. So I just wanted a little bit more snow on the tree. So next week, if it's not here, I'll bring my snow machine and spray a little bit of snow on it. I'm sure people have done that. But yeah, so I'm very happy with the scene. It's a wintry scene, that's all I wanted really. So yeah, the lights, yeah, it's coming and going. It's breaking through the clouds now and again, so I have got a shot with the light just coming through the clouds. So obviously that'll be the one I show you. There's quite a few fails as well. And then I put the 200 to 500 on and aimed it down towards Capelcurrig on the mountains and the hills behind that. Did a little pano, which I'll show you as well. And there's a nice little white house in the distance. So yeah, done quite a few. I've got the landscape polarizer on for this shot just to take a bit of sheen off the lake, but I've left quite a lot of the sheen in as well. And yeah, it's starting to snow again, or I think it's sleet. So I'm at the Spinnies in Bangor, and I'm in one of the hides, and it's absolutely gorgeous here. So I'm trying to capture. There is a kingfisher that visits here. There's loads of little finches and blue tits and things on the feeder now. And over the other side is a grey heron. And I'm just waiting for him to change position because he's facing me head on at the minute. But he keeps standing up and just walking to the left or right, but I keep missing it because I'm playing around with this camera. So I'm just trying to be as quiet as I can. And these little finches aren't shy at all, they're not bothered. The problem is the sun is behind the feeders. So you can see the sun there just glaring. So hopefully a bit of cloud cover will go over it. But the light is catching the side of this heron. So I just want him to move, and I'm also praying for this kingfisher to show up. There's a couple of blackbirds. But yeah. So if I get some shots from here, I'll put them on now. And then I'll catch you next week. So bye for now.